Michael Fatah.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. That's a great explanation. Appreciate that. So, what am I going to talk about today? Basically, I'm just going to go into the basics of edibles. I'm going to start off with the math, because that's where it all starts with. 1 gram is 1,000 milligrams. How did I get started in this business? I've been a chef for over 20 years. When I was teaching, a student came up to me and asked me about making edibles for her mom who suffered from breast cancer. Once I started to get into that, I started to consult and travel. Then around 2009, Colorado kind of came online as the first state to approve marijuana. And then my business and my traveling kind of grew from there. In 2016, 2017, I started my own brand, Just Chocolate, Hollywood, Florida. And I took basically everything I learned and what I thought I can do and make this brand and produce chocolate bars in Hollywood, Florida that are infused 100 milligram bars with 10 milligrams of serving. At the same time, I also teach and travel and consult for people who may need help, answer questions, go to facilities, tell them what they may need to do for construction and things like that. So I've really become kind of helping people all around in a facility for a kitchen. So you're going to learn a little bit of the basics today, and then I'll open it up to all of you if you have questions. Sound good? Okay. So basically, Just Chocolate, as I said, is a company in Hollywood, Florida. We're going to talk about cannabis edibles, the best practices. Know the math. Okay. The most basic are your weights and measures. And as you see here, 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams. That's standard if you use distillate, isolate, or flour. And that's key. That should be something that you always have in your memory base. 1 gram, 1,000 milligrams. That's it. If you're using a distillate, 1 gram of distillate purchased at your local dispensary will or should have the percentage of potency printed on it. So, I'm from Florida. If I buy a cartridge and it says, as you see here, 70 to 95%, then I take that 1,000 milligrams, multiply that, and that gives me my usable milligrams. So now that I know that I have 900 milligrams, now I divide by the number of servings. 900 milligrams divided by 10 is, 90 milligrams per item. So for all of you home bakers that want to learn how to infuse, or you take the Duncan Hines mix off the shelf at your local grocery store and you're making your magic butter, you're doing your thing, that's it. It's not rocket science. That's why this is really the basics. Where it gets in depth is when you're a grower and you're an extractor and you have to have somebody with a science degree. If you're a manufacturer like myself and you're buying your isolate, your distillate, full spectrum, broad spectrum, then this is